What's up, guys? This is Josh from Casket Comics doing another weekly comic video for June 5th. We'll start out simple enough with Walking Dead Deluxe number 90 from Image Comics, getting closer and closer to issue 100, which is the first appearance of Negan. As always, like I said, I'm just kind of skimming by these because I've read them already. Most people have read them already. They pretty much are the same as before, just color and some cutting room floor stuff in the back from Robert Kirkman. So yeah, as always, fun issue. Next up, we're going to DC. We have some DC stuff. So we're going to be doing The Boy Wonder number 2. This one pretty much picks up with the character still telling the story to the robber of Damien. The robber and the I guess the captured introduced themselves as Joe, and the captured says Meryl. I still think it's going to be, maybe it's another new Robin, I'm not sure. But and we pick up on this one and we start to get the story of the Red Hood in this one. So we follow Jason Todd. Once again, really cool, like almost chibi style art, very unique. Kind of get some little bit backstory of what happened with Red Hood. We see how he's more violent than Batman wanted him to be. Pretty much Damien shows up, needs his help, and they both end up teaming up reluctantly, and they run into this angel-like creature. There you go, and angel devil creature thing. And they just kind of rashly jump into the fight and get beat very bad. And this thing pretty much hypnotizes them kind of in a way. He uses powers on them. You see he is like messing with Red Hood and making him see stuff, and Red Hood ends up shooting Damien. He's okay, but it just really messes with him, and you know, this monster, just this angel demon, just flies off, and just kind of leaves them to clean up their wounds. And you know, we finally get a moment where Jason takes off the Red Hood mask, and you know, Damien kind of lets him know that, like, you know, you are wanted by Batman. You weren't just an outcast. You weren't just, you know, a failure. And so at the end, it kind of has Jason going into a room that he said had his like past in it, in a way. It was kind of like a metaphor, so he goes into that room. So good read. This has been the best like Robin story I think I've read. I really enjoy the like funny chibi style art. It's very cool. And yeah, so that is Boy Wonder number 2 from DC. Moving on to Independence, we're moving to Marvel. This is The Last Mermaid number 4. This book continues to be just a blast. I just love the simplicity of it while also being super complex. The splash pages are just crazy. The art in it is amazing. We get to know more about this character who saved our main heroine from the last issue. She ends up in return saving him, and they kind of you get a little bit more story plot in this. It gets plot thickens a little bit, where she's looking for this giant trident that is sticking out of the ground, or of the ocean, a sea around it, lake around it, and he says he's seen it, so he is taking her to where it is. And we kind of have some good conversation between them back and forth. We see them kind of crossing the wasteland. It's really cool. Like I said, the art in this is awesome. And you know, it's just like, it's really cool because we get just this moment with them where they're just talking, and you kind of get, you know, their motivations a little bit and what they're doing. And you know, he tells her his name, which is Torque. And then you have this good moment where at the end he asks her, you know, do you have a name? And she goes, yeah, I do. And then it kind of cuts to black, where, you know, so we're still left in the dark on what her actual name is, which is just awesome that we're 4 issues in and we still don't know her name. It's very good. Just story driven. Like I said, good story. And yeah, it's been a great issue. Looking forward to the next ones. I think the writer in the back of this talks about he actually wants this to go like 30 or 40 issues. So that's pretty wild. I thought it was going to be like a 4 or 5 limited run. So we'll see when we get some more how the story develops. But yeah, that is The Last Mermaid #4 from Image Comics. I will toss out. I didn't get to read it, but we Crashdown issue 4 came out today. I'll fill up the image of it. Looking forward to finishing the story. This is the finale of it. Unfortunately, it just didn't get to the comic shop for me today in time. So, but I'm definitely going to pick it up probably tomorrow and then take a read. So, but yeah, so that was Crashdown #4, and that's from Whatnot's publishing company, Massive. So from Comic Tom. So, yep. And now we're going into the last comic of the night. It's a pretty short night. We're doing the Ultimates #1 from Marvel. No variants this week, which is kind of weird for me. But and this one kind of picks up finding out that Tony Stark, going by Iron Lad in this, him and Reed Richards, which is this universe's Doctor Doom, are still alive even after the explosion that we saw in one of the Ultimates that they had done recently prior to doing the Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther. And we kind of get the story of how Tony laid out, and he was trying to. They have this machine that helps them time travel, but they only have like a certain window, and they know that even though they've trapped the Maker, that within 2 years the Maker will be released. So they are trying to put this ultimate team together, and that's why Tony sent out the boxes in the past, because they're actually 6 months in the future currently. So he sends the boxes 6 months in the past, thinking, this is going to be. I'll send all these boxes to all these heroes. When they find out they were actually meant to be heroes, they'll become heroes. And he was sort of mistaken. A lot of them just kind of ignored it or misused the power and unfortunately got killed. So we're kind of stuck there. And so he realizes that they are going to have to intervene themselves, even knowing that it's going to be dangerous. So they unthawed Cap. That was kind of revealed at the end of the last one. They had Cap still. Thor is injured, but he is still with them, and Valkyrie, or Sif is with them. So they end up going back into the past, and we follow, which he calls the Ultimates version 2, because version 1 was the boxes, and he kind of considers it a failure. So version 2, you start out with these exterminators, which is interesting. They're exterminators, and it is Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, and we kind of follow them. Tony comes to them outright, and pretty much it's revealed that Hank got the box and kind of hid it from Janet, but he was scared of because he thought Janet would become somebody and he would be nobody. But he also knew like Hank Pym's past, which is super interesting because Hank obviously throughout the Marvel universe has a very dark past. Him and Reed Richards both have been very dark characters, so I'm pretty much kind of scum in a way. So he didn't want that to become him, so he kind of hid it. But in the end of this issue, they're kind of forced to use their powers anyway. So we have Janet becoming the Wasp. And then by the end of it, of course, we have Hank becoming Giant Man, or I'm sure Ant-Man as well. So now they are kind of there. There's a message sent out pretty much, and because the Maker's government is still controlling this world, they are making it seem like the Ultimate Team is terrorists. So it'll be very curious to see how it's going to happen. But so this is kind of a shot of the current team roster at the end. It was a good solid issue to kind of like start tying stuff together. Really looking forward to seeing when we get Ultimate Spider-Man in there, and hopefully Black Panther, and I'm assuming the X-Men at some point, because that'll be super interesting, because you have such drastic and different art styles in each book that, especially Ultimate X-Men, it'll be super interesting to see how they tie them all together and who will draw it. Like, will we get to see Peach Momoko Ultimate X-Men drawn by the Ultimate Spider-Man artist, or vice versa? So it'll be really cool seeing that. Yeah, short week, guys. So that's it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I really enjoy it. Like, you guys have really helped me out like this. Also, we still have the contest going on for Blood Hunt #1. Next week's the con, so I'll be sending it off to get graded then. Still hoping for a 9.6, 9.8, somewhere in that area. I am going to be doing a grading video also this week. I'll be putting that out around Saturday, and then I will be putting back issues of Volume 4 for Something's Killing the Children. It seems like haven't seen a lot of comments either way to discourage it or say switch to something else, so we'll just keep running through that. Next volume is a really good one, and you get Erica's backstory, so it's one of my favorites so far. It's where I've actually left off and where I'm stopped, and it's one of the best arcs so far in what I've read of the series. So with that, guys, as always, keep reading comics. I'll see y'all next time. Appreciate it.